Okay, now that my Linux installation has completed, you'll see I get this screen that says congratulations, and it wants to reboot the system. So I'm going to go ahead and let it reboot. And when it says reboot, it's only talking about the virtual machine itself. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and let that happen. Alright, now that I've rebooted the system, you'll see it pops up and wants to finish a little bit of the configuration up here. So I'm going to go ahead and click through these screens. Obviously, it wants me to agree to the Linux or Oracle's distribution agreement with Linux here, and this is open source, so there's not too much to talk about here. Then it's going to ask me if I want to connect to their Unbreakable Linux network, and no, because I don't want to pay support to be connected to that. So I will tell it that I am sure about that. And now I will move ahead and create a general user for the operating system. So I'm just going to name my user after myself because I'm kind of conceited, and I will give it my simple password that I won't forget. And again, the system probably won't be too happy about that. I'll go ahead and tell it to shut up. Now it just wants to confirm the date and time. That's fine. You can synchronize over the network if you care to. Then it's going to ask me about this kdump. I usually don't bother with that with the development box. So I'll go ahead and click the finish. And now that I'm done, it's going to want to reboot the system one more time, and I'll just go ahead and let that happen. Okay, so you can see that the machine has come alive, and you'll notice that there's this Oracle user on your machine, and that is a result of that option we selected for the pre-install for the Oracle database. It's gone ahead and created the user, and operating system groups will need to do an Oracle database install. But I'm just going to check the user I just created, make sure that I can log in to the machine. And as you can see, I'm logged into my Linux desktop, and when you select desktop, it looks an awful lot like other graphical environments that you're used to seeing. And I'm going to go ahead and just check that the network's connected. Obviously it doesn't look like it is here. I'm just going to select the option to allow my Linux machine to connect to the network, use my host's network to connect to things like the internet. Now I ought to be able to click on this Firefox that's installed, and you can see that I'm able to get to the internet and browse the web and things like that, which will be very handy for when I want to do things like download software. So I've confirmed that my machine is alive and operational, and we're going to stop right there, and I'll be back in future videos with how to install an Oracle database on your Linux virtual machine.